with two-time NBA champion Chris Bosh. It's rare that a basketball game goes exactly the way it should go for one team when you have another team that's wounded and depleted. That was this game. This is almost perfection for the Raptors, would you say?
Almost, and I like especially the way that they got Marc Gasol involved. I'm a big man, and getting the big man involved
Right.
is crucial in early game situations. You want them doing that dirty work. You want them setting screens, getting rebounds. They got Marc Gasol involved early in this game, playing inside out, not trying to do too much, playing their game, and playing a good team basketball all-around game where everybody was involved, and it went well for them.
Well, let's start with the start, not just Gasol, but the fact that you talked about in our pregame how much you hate this building, how loud it is. How did they take the crowd right out of it almost right away?
Well, I think just by executing. They executed their offense, dumping it down to the mismatch like I was saying with Marc, making sure they get those early post and paint touches, getting him established early. That takes the crowd out of it. If they're playing fast, Steph Curry had 47 points. It's the quietest 47 points I've ever seen in my life in the finals. That's because Toronto controlled the pace. They played fast when it was time to play fast, but when it was time to slow it up and get a good shot, they did that as well.
Well, and I know Raptor fans are watching going, why can't they pull away? They just can't pull away. But if you look at it from the other side, they also never let Golden State close. They would get to 7 a few times and never could get within 7, and then they ran away with it in the fourth quarter. You knew that if Golden State was going to have a chance, it would have to be somebody besides Steph. And you mentioned the 47 by Curry. The other 4 starters combined, just 36 points.
Yes.
Was that the difference in the fact that there was just no other offensive option?
That was the difference, and we knew that was going to be the difference coming into that. No Clay, no KD, no Looney, who has been tremendous for them, averaging double figures off the bench in their big-time wins. Those are huge things that championship teams need. A lot of people don't talk about it, but you need that 7th, 8th, 9th guy off the bench. With them being injured, they have no one else. They have no more bodies. They're able to get a little closer to Steph. They're able to trap him a little more, and those defensive coverages look a little better without Clay and KD out there.
When I asked you the keys to the game before the game started, you said the Raptors' backcourt. Kyle Lowry had 2 poor games in a row, fouling out with some kind of dumb fouls in game 2. Danny Green was basically invisible in game 2. Van Fleet had been pretty solid, but you said at least 2 out of the 3 would have to have really good games. You could argue you got great games from 3 of them. Lowry was just terrific. Green hit the 3-pointers again, and Van Fleet was solid.
Green came out playing very well. As soon as they, got themselves established early, as you can see right there, paint touch, kick it out to your shooter. Basketball is basketball, man, and a lot of people forget that. But they got off to a great start. A lot of open looks early for Green. That's all you really need, and what you want him to do is pull the trigger and shoot the ball. He did that tonight. They really shook them loose, and they played a great all-around game. I think they smell blood a little bit. It's time to really get it going. How bad do you want that trophy? And I think now is the time to really press and go for it.
So you don't consider, they have their one here, it's bonus round, you say put foot on throat now in game number 4.
You got to be greedy. Do you want an NBA championship or not? You're on the precipice. Game 4 is the most important game now that we've got this behind us. Mm-hmm. The Raptors definitely have to come out with a sense of urgency next game.
They've been the dominant team. They won all 4 quarters tonight, have won 10 of the 12 quarters in this series, and 2 wins away from an NBA championship.